That rock, Lubin kept him in the corner right there. That was a punch against the temple. Doubling the shots, 3 shots in a row, he was out on his feet. No head movement from Erickson Lubin.
And by the way, sensational job by the referee, James Green. I mean, look at this. He was about to get destroyed, and Green saved it.
Vergil Ortiz just scored a brutal knockout over Erickson Lubin, but the real fireworks weren't in the ring. The biggest fight of the night happened seconds after the bell, and it's the one that has the entire boxing world spinning.
You know, we're ready for the best. We want to fight the best. Boots, come over here.
We all saw the cameras catch a tense face-off, but what you didn't see was the brutal confrontation backstage. What shocking words were exchanged that proved this rivalry is far more personal than anyone knew.
It's that time. It is. It's big. That time. Yep, it's the perfect time, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's the perfect time.
I'm ready.
We're going to get everybody what they're looking for, too.
Oh, yeah,
They like that.
Yep.
Let's get that money.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Boots, Ortiz is the next fight. Obviously, Boots is here. What's your prediction on that fight with Ortiz and Boots?
I don't know. It can go either way. They're both exciting, and for them to fight at this younger age, it'll be a great fight.
What was that about?
No, I just was telling you, this basically to sum it all up, like, y'all whole team been talking too much, and that, what they have been doing over these last 6-7 months, it's no more talking. Go ahead. Hopefully they sign on papers and make this fight happen, because I feel like this is the biggest fight in boxing. And
What's your final prediction for tonight's fight, Boots?
The moment the fight was waved off, Jaron "Boots" Ennis was already on the move. He didn't wait for an invitation, he stepped right through the ropes and got directly in Vergil Ortiz's face. The tension was electric. You could feel the animosity rolling off both men. This wasn't a sign of respect or a friendly congratulations. This was a demand. Ennis later revealed exactly what he told Ortiz in that moment. "Let's make this happen." It was a simple, cold statement. He wasn't asking. He was telling him, "The time is now." Ennis was drawing a line, making it clear that the division didn't belong to Ortiz just because he won. This is his division, and all the talking is officially over.
What did you two guys say in the ring and everything? I know everybody heard, but when you two were talking to each other face to face, what was said then and there?
no, I said, let's make it happen. I said, it's the time. The time is now. It's the perfect time. They got a lot of hype around it. And like I said, I'm going to make it happen.
February, May, or where are we doing this? Where are we going this? Where you thinking about?
Whenever they ready. Whenever they ready.
Eddie, when do you want this fight to happen?
Whenever, listen, it's November now, I think March time's good.
Early stoppage?
Why don't you guys take over Cinco de Mayo?
I think Lubin was kind of like out. I mean, it was a good stoppage. It was a good stoppage.
Did you expect that type of performance from Ortiz to knock out Lubin that early? A lot of people were saying it's going to finish. It was not going to go past 10. Do you think it was going to go by the second round?
Like I said before, Lubin a champion fighter. I thought it was going to go a little longer, but he got the job done. But like I said, I got something for him, and I'm going to show the world I'm the best in the world.
What stood out the most for you from Ortiz, even though it was 2 rounds?
Huh?
What stood out the most for you for Ortiz? Beating him in 2 rounds. Obviously, you can't take much of it, but what did you stood out the most?
I mean, he beat the top guy that fought everybody, That's about it.
But this explosive confrontation didn't come out of nowhere. This was personal. For Ennis, this was the boiling point after months of hearing what he called crazy talk coming from Ortiz's camp. He wasn't just there to challenge a winner. He was there to collect a debt. This was about disrespect. Ennis was fueled by a desire to shut everybody up and prove he's the best in the world. He even admitted he told Ortiz he was going to make him pay for all the talk. This wasn't just business. The fight in the ring was over. But the war between Ennis and Ortiz was just beginning. What we saw in the ring was just a public show. The real confrontation happened in the narrow hallways backstage, away from the arena lights and the cheering crowd. The tension that sparked in the ring spilled over, and this is where the posturing ended. This was the moment the crazy talk got a face-to-face answer. Ennis doubled down, reinforcing his message away from the cameras. This was a verbal showdown, a raw, unfiltered clash between the two best young welterweights on the planet. It was Ennis making one thing painfully clear. You can't talk like that, and you can't run from this. The time for games is over. And then, in a shocking twist, Vergil Ortiz proved Ennis's point. Just moments after this intense personal confrontation, Ortiz sat down for his post-fight interview. The entire boxing world was waiting to hear him say Ennis's name, but he didn't. In a move that stunned everyone, Ortiz grabbed the microphone and called out a completely different fighter. He called out Errol Spence Jr. He called it his dream fight, a full-circle moment from when he was a kid at the same gym. After all that heat, all that animosity with Ennis, his first move was to look directly past the most dangerous man in his path. It felt like the ultimate diversion.
The fact that the eyes of 154 were here. I know Charlo was ringside, Boots was here, we saw him in the ring, Spence was here and everything. A lot of the names that have circled you in the past were here to see you in this performance. What were your thoughts on them being here, and which one of them do you want next?
It doesn't matter who's next. If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence, because that's my dream fight. I've been calling it since
AT&T.
There you go, at the Cowboys Stadium, and I just think that's my dream fight. And I don't care what anyone says about it. But anyone else, like I said, anyone can get it respectfully. I just want to fight the best. I'm just a competitive guy.
So what did the king of the division, Errol Spence, think about all this? Spence was sitting ringside watching one man hunt his rival and another man call him out. When he was asked about a potential Ortiz-Ennis fight, his reaction was cool and calculated. He gave no prediction, simply saying, "I don't know, it could go either way." He called it a great fight for them to take at their age, but he refused to pick a side. Spence's neutral response only adds another layer of mystery.
Excuse me. EJ, phone me into the crowd. No. Yeah. We gotta make him go. Yeah, we gotta get him out. Hey, we gotta go, y'all. Just hold on, get you up. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me.
Earl, are you scouting tonight? Are you scouting tonight?
While Spence played it cool, the promoter smelled foul play. Jaron Ennis's promoter, Eddie Hearn, didn't waste a second. He immediately jumped in, emphatically calling the Ortiz-Ennis matchup the fight.
Switching the page real quick, Crawford and Canelo. I'm sure you watched that fight. What was your overall reaction on Crawford's performance beating Canelo?
Crawford did his thing. He looked good. He looked strong.
He wasn't impressed by Ortiz's victory, brushing it off by saying Lubin was just a sitting target.
He did what he was supposed to do. I don't know what was going on with Lubin, but Vergil did his thing.
Yeah, I think he got stung really early, like in the first round. Like he went overhand right, and after that he just...
He felt the power and kind of teared up a little bit.
Yeah. Boots, Ortiz is the next fight, obviously.
Hearn made his allegiance crystal clear, landing a final jab at Ortiz. Vergil is a great fighter, he said. I just think Boots is better.
Even because he went up 3 weight classes, were you just surprised?
Nah, I wasn't shocked. Canelo's not a big guy anyway. Canelo got it that started at 47 and came up to 168. So, I feel like Crawford, he walks around probably 169, 170-ish, or whatever. So I feel like it was kind of easy for him to make the weight, and he looked good. He handled it well.
The promotional war had officially begun, and Hearn was ready to pour gasoline on the fire. So now the stage is set for an unavoidable collision. Jaron Ennis is on a tour, as he calls it, to shut everybody up and prove he's the best. Vergil Ortiz is chasing a dream fight with Errol Spence, looking for a way around the man who just confronted him. The hype for this fight is now bigger than it has ever been. We know Ennis is ready for war. The real question is Ortiz. That brutal backstage confrontation proved this rivalry is deadly serious, but did it also expose that one man is on the hunt and the other is already looking for a way out? Let's take a quick look at reactions to this fight and see what the experts have to say about the possibility of this fight taking place.
Boots doesn't want to fight. Vergil. Boots is not going to fight Vergil next. You know, whatever they say, oh, there's a signed contract already. That's all bullshit. You know, there's Boots is not going to fight. You know, Boots is not going to fight Vergil next. You know, he's going to show up. You know, why didn't they call us up and invite us to his fight 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? Whenever he just fought recently. You know, you come to ours, we go to yours. We promote the fight. That would have been the perfect idea to do. But you know, they want to show up, you know, and they are going to show up. That doesn't make a difference. You know, Vergil's going to do his job. But, you know, that's just kind of like trying to get the media, the press to believe that they're ready for the fight. I know they're not. I know they already have a date where they already have, you know, a possible opponent already. So it's all part of the show, part of promoting the event, part of promoting his fighter, and Eddie's doing a great job doing it.
Vergil Ortiz can't beat no Boots Ennis. Vergil Ortiz can't beat no Boots Ennis. I promise you. Vergil Ortiz ain't beating no Boots. When y'all gonna listen?
I just think when they do that, that's what boxing needs. And I think Boots will stop either one of them. He just got it's still spade of bills, and he just got too many of them. He can box, he can fight on the outside, use his jab, he can do it all. And that separates the greats from the okay guys. That's just my thought.
Promotion of things.
Well, all the back and forth, I know nothing about. I ain't heard nothing about none of that. The two tune-ups, Vergil hand. If you say Vergil showed his hand fucked up, then his hand fucked up. So that means he's gonna need some time to get back, which he'll probably be back in the ring like November, December. But if my calculations are right, I think we see Boots and Vergil Cinco de Mayo, 26. I think that's about right. That sounds about right. I mean, because Boots got to go ahead and finish whatever business he got to finish, then go ahead to 54 and fight, and then Vergil got to get healthy. I can see Vergil trying to get a fight. I can see Vergil trying to get a fight before he go to fight Boots, before that fight get matched.
Let's see how if Ortiz and Ennis gets made, and let's see if how that shapes up. I want to know what you think of that fight. Who's your pick in that fight? It's a very, very tough fight to call offhand, man. You know, there's so many possible different ways it goes, but I think it is an exciting fight. Both guys are very, very explosive, and I think it is a dynamite fight to watch. I want to touch on what does everybody think Erickson Lubin goes from here, because everybody seems to think, okay, you want to write him off and say, okay, you know what? And I don't blame you if you do. I kind of am wondering myself, you know, where does Erickson go from here? Because he had a pretty lackluster performance against the previous opponent, Adriel Holmes, when he stopped at Holmes in a very lackluster fight, and then he got blown out of the water here against Vergil Ortiz in a fight where he never got started. And I was convinced that if anything, Lubin, even if he would get stopped, he would go out fighting. He would go out in a shootout like he did against Fundora, but it kind of went out with a whimper. So you got to start to wonder, is there anything left?
I did not expect a knockout like that, and I'm sure Boots didn't expect something like that either. So that's why I told Eddie Hearn, man, you guys stay home, because if you watch him in person, he's a dangerous guy. When you see him up close, the punches and the snap, but you know, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens.
I feel that this was Boots Ennis' first opportunity to actually see Vergil ringside, and he said he couldn't really get a lot of that from that performance because they ended so early. But him being in attendance tonight, what does that tell you, Oscar, as a promoter?
Well, that they really want the fight. You know, so you know, I'll sit down with Eddie Hearn, and you know, we'll discuss a few things, and if we can make it happen, then you know, we make it happen. But I feel that look, when Boots Ennis knocks somebody out in the first round, it's against a top 30 guy. When Vergil Ortiz knocks somebody out in the second round, it's against a top 5 in the world guy. That's the difference. That's the discrepancy there. It's like it's night and day. It's boys and men. It's just a whole different ball game. Boots.
So, what do you think about Jaron Boots Ennis fighting Vergil Ortiz next? Do let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next.